Hey, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. I'm your brother Yahweh Call from Great Millstone, Orlando. And I just got this video here. I mentioned this earlier this week or last week. Basically to show the spirit that a lot of these other nations are in when it comes to bombs being dropped and just a place of, where a lot of war action is going on and things of that nature. I believe this was some airstrikes that hit Yemen not too long ago. And you see the shopkeeper and his what appears to be his son, bombs going off in the background. And, for the most part, they're used to it. Like I said, there's just a certain spirit of, just being used to being in that type of war-like environment, because the thing about it when it comes to a lot of these other nations, like I said, they're used to this type of environment, but you see, when it comes to the attitude of these Babylonians, they think something like this will never come here to America, and as I always say, coming to a city street near you, near us all, it is a matter of, Lord willing, us being preserved, all right, from the said perils, like it tells in 2 Esdras 9. I'll grab that. Believe it or not, in a lot of these other places, you actually have children, babies that have been born into this type of environment, and they grow up in this type of environment, and this is their normal. Believe it or not, So I'm gonna grab this in 2 Esdras 9. And I have the video, I just got it muted just in case, any copyright or anything like that. But nevertheless, the visual should be enough to indicate 2 Esdras 9. Second Esdras 9 and verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils. So everyone that, to the hopeful elect, to those that giving a sincere effort in serving Yahweh Bashim Shai in sincerity and in truth, all right, because our faith, we show our faith by our works. All right, now we're not saved by our works, because all of our righteousness is as filthy rags, and we only have access through Yahweh Shai at the end of the day, but the Lord, at the end of the day, the Lord, he wants to see who's about him. He wants to see who's at least going to give a sincere effort, who's going to try. All right, because it's easy to say that you believe, it's easy to say that we believe, it's easy to say that we have faith, but this is why we show forth our faith by our works. And again, to those, Lord, when we are that number, like I said, shall be preserved from the said perils. All right, because when this type of environment comes to America, all right, and it's hell on all sides, as I always say, America real soon is going to be the worst place to be. All right, for these simple Babylonians that have this mindset, this normalcy bias spirit, all right, stuff like this, they oftentimes, sometimes they'll post it on the news, mainstream media, and people will see, oh, that's over there. I ain't got to worry about that because this is Babylon the Great, right? But little do these people know, all right, the Lord is saving the worst for last. All right, reading on, verse 8, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. I'll read verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have all abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. So like I said, when hell comes on all sides, when it's tribulation on all sides for these people, because Lord willing, we're of that number again. We're dealing with our chastening now. The Lord is dealing with us now, so we're not condemned with the world. All right, because the scriptures talk about how the righteous scarcely being saved. It also talks about that in Job about being saved by the. Let me grab it. I don't want to butcher it too much. Because again, when it's all said and done, and this type of environment comes to America, all right, brothers are going to be barely, escaping dangerous situations, because we're all about to come face to face with death, But again, the elect are going to be preserved. So I'm gonna grab this in Job. Job chapter just bear with me. That's Job. Bear with me. Job chapter 19. Job 19 and 20. My bone cleaveth to my skin, and my flesh. Slakia, my bone cleaveth to my skin and to my flesh, and I am escaped with the skin of my teeth. So you see, like I said, scarcely being saved, barely making it out of dangerous situations and things of that nature. All right. And I'm talking about the elect, because the hopefully, again, we're going to be here. There is no pre-rapture before the tribulation. The scriptures talk about how what you would call the rapture is going to take place immediately after the tribulation. So with that being said, we're all going to be here. All right. And we're going to be witness to the Lord's wrath, to his power. All right. As well as his mercy, his great mercy, and his favor, which we're hoping to be on that side when the Lord brings, when he drops the hammer. All right. Because that's our best bet. That's our only bet, is the Lord showing us that mercy, But I'm going to go to this. Was that 2nd Ezra 16? 2nd Ezra 16. Because this is going to be, again, the new normal for America. All right. Bombs going off. Bombs being dropped. It's just a totally different environment. Dystopian type of environment. All right. As you see, the shop owner and his child, this, like I said, you could see the spirit. This is normal, and I can imagine they're just sitting back and just hoping that, hey, we don't get hit, that's another thing, like I said, there's going to be so much hell. There's going to be so much going on all sides, man. People are going to be running around not knowing whether to go. And some people are literally going to be stuck in fear. They're just going to be so afraid that they're going to be too afraid to even move. Because if you go this way, you might get popped. You go that way, you might get deleted. Whatever the case may be. All right. And some people are literally a lot of people are going to be frozen with fear. And that's going to be their best hope is hey. I hope not to get hit, Missiles going to be flying through the cities. It's going to look like something straight out of an action-packed adrenaline rush movie, So in 2nd Ezra 16, in verse, I'll start at 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slacked to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So you see, all right, like I read in 2 Esdras 9, it's going to be these people, they're going to dwell in torments. All right, it's just going to be constant, nonstop, you know, action packed. All right, one big adrenaline rush out here, you know, just hell everywhere, right? It says, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth." So you see, when that time comes, Lord willing, we are of that number, man. You know, hey, the Spirit is going to be us. It's going to guide us. All right. You know, there's going to be a lot of divine intervention straight from the heavens, you know, straight from the spiritual realm, because that's how bad it's going to be. All right. Hell on all sides, you know, discomfort on all sides. All right. Just hell, man, you know, and this is why the Lord has to this is why he has to show the demonstration. All right. Because, you know, our words don't do justice, you know, our words never do justice, man. And that's why at some point the Lord's going to shut this thing down. And at some point, you know, the Lord's just going to have to show it, you know, because like the saying goes, I could show you better than I could tell you. Well, hey, the Lord, he's going to show it better than he could tell. All right. But this is going to be the type of environment. I'm going to grab another one in Isaiah 24. This will be America's new normal real soon. Lord willing, sooner than soon. All these, you know, tourist attraction sites throughout the, you know, different states, right? You know, these tourist areas. You got the Ferris wheels and, you know, high-rise buildings, and, you know, everything is shiny and pretty. All this shit is about to be different. All right. The Lord is about to lay this place desolate. All right. Isaiah 24. I'm gonna jump around. Like I said, I'm gonna jump around. Isaiah 24. I'm gonna read 3. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh have spoken this word. And you see, because America is going to become a spoil soon. This place is going to be invaded. You know, all type of you know, gurgle troops, martial law troops. Right. Matter of fact, let me grab this. I'm gonna hold this. Hold that. I'm gonna go to this in Ezekiel 23, because martial law is coming to America. All right. You know, at some point we're going to see an environment where it's going to be military checkpoints. All right. It's going to look like some shit out of a Terminator movie, you know. And we're seeing that little by little, you know, these robot dogs. All right. It's not far-fetched, you know, because like we say, when it comes to certain of these movies, like such as Terminator, right? What else, you know, because Esau, you know, it's called revelation of the method. They tell you what they're going to do before they do it. And that's the way of being prophets on the left hand, right? What's the latest, what's this one? Leave the World Behind, you know. Like I said, these movies, they're not, people watch it for entertainment and whatnot, but they're more so documentaries, you know, as we like to call them, right? So it's not far-fetched. Soon the type of environment that's going to be here in America is military police, martial law police patrolling the streets in Babylon. Like I said, military checkpoints. All right, you know, people getting their, you know, C-hip scanned, and it's going to be crazy. You know, like I said, man, some shit straight out of a movie, a straight up dystopian type of environment. You know, you're gonna have those patches where people, those what do you call them? Certain bandits, right? Because it's going to talk about that. People traveling from city to city, from place to place, looking for resources, right? They're going to be getting in shootouts with these martial law troops, these gurgle troops, these UN troops, right? There's going to be all type of shootouts. You know, like I said, bombs going off in the background, right? Missiles flying through the city, right? Drones, all type of shit, man. Ezekiel 23, verse 24. And they shall come against thee with chariots, wagons, and wheels, and with an assembly of people, which shall set against thee buckler and shield and helmet round about, and I will set judgment before them, and they shall judge thee according to their judgments. So you see, basically martial law troops, all right, military tanks, all right, you know, Black Hawk helicopters, you know, whatever, however it plays out, you know, because, you know, the modern day, you know, chariots and wagons, you know, like I said, the military, just military vehicles, man. You know, people are going to be getting rounded up, hauled off to the concentration camps, right? You know, because it also mentioned with an assembly of people. So, like I said, America, hey, America is going to get invaded. Like the scriptures say, refer to America as a virgin daughter of Babylon, where America is about to get her cherry popped. All right, because war is coming to America. You know, hey, this guy Zelensky, he said that. You know, I believe he was prophesying in the spirit. You know, because hey, when he sat down with Trump, you know, basically he was begging for more money. You know. And like I said, I believe he was prophesying in the spirit, like, hey, man, you know, what's happening to us? Talk about them Ukrainians. Hey, he told Trump, hey, it's gonna come to you too. You know, it's gonna happen to you too. You know, and he very well true, because of course Trump tried to downplay, like, oh, that's never gonna happen. You know, that you know, this is again the attitude of these people. This is Babylon the Great. We'll never see war. You know, America can't be touched. America is invincible. But little do these people know. Like I said, America is about to get her cherry popped. All right. So there's going to be all type of invasions. All right. Back in 2nd Ezra 16 and 40. Oh, my people, hear my word. Oh, Slaki, I already read that. I wanted to go back to Isaiah 24. Isaiah 24 and 3. The land shall be utterly empty. And like I said, you know, you got all these high-rise buildings, right? You know, everything's pretty, right? Shiny, bright, right? But all this shit is about to be done away with. You know, all these tourist attraction sites, right? And so on and so forth. You know, the Lord is about to make this place a wasteland. All right. You know, buildings are going to be on fire, right? Buildings being in ruins, right? It says, and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh hath spoken this word. So like I said, hey, America's about to become a spoil. Again, these you got these sleeper cells. You know, they're just waiting to get activated, right? You know, like I mentioned, with the martial law troops, Gurkha troops, the UN troops. You know, and when they get over here, or they get activated, they're just going to be mass deletion, for the hell of it, for the fun of it. You know, because the scriptures talk about how like the Assyrian, when you read in Isaiah, the Lord used the Assyrians to come against Jake. And he said, the Lord said, hey, the wrath that you see on those Assyrians, it's mine indignation. You see, so the Lord's going to put a cold-hearted spirit on these different martial law troops. You know, they're going to be doing all type of unspeakable, abominable acts, right? It's just going to be cold-hearted, and that's the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah that's going to be on these troops, having their way with you people, with these people, you know, because this message is only for the elect. You know, we get on these things, we talk about these things, as far as the Lord's judgments, the destruction, what's coming. But it's for these people, like I said earlier. You know, Lord willing, we're going to be preserved, you know, as long as we continue to do what we're supposed to do in sincerity and in truth. You know, the Lord's going to look out, you know. He's going to, we're going to be preserved. So Jacob's trouble is exactly that, trouble for Jake. But we got nothing to worry about. So, you know, speaking to these people that don't want to get right with Yahweh Shema Shah, I'm talking about Jake, you know. Because hey, these other nations, they're going to be getting it too, but the primal focus is Jake, hence Jacob's trouble. All right. I'm going to jump down to 10. It says, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. So you see, this is going to be the new environment for America. All right. You know, one big adrenaline rush, trouble over here, trouble over there, you know, not knowing which way to go, you know, because it's just going to be hell on all sides, you know, hell on all sides. All right. Scorched earth. Well, more so scorched Babylon. All right. Because eventually, you know, all of America is going to become that, you know, that lake of fire. And at some point, America's just going to be made you know, just one. America's going to be one big desert. You know, one big sand pit for the screech owls, satires. You know, unclean creatures. You know, but nevertheless, this is the type of environment that's coming to America. All right. You know, as far as what we see, like in this clip. You know, because again, believe it or not, this is normal to a lot of these other places, a lot of these other nations, these countries, man. This is normal. You know, they're used to this. You know, and that's why these Americans, that's why it tells you Second Edges 15, man, because of the pride of the cities, man. Hey, this place is in trouble. Babylon, America is in trouble. All right, because they don't think this shit can come here. Well, just wait. All right. But Lord, one of this was edifying, giving all praises to you. How about you, Mashai? Shalom to you. Hopefully, elect.